Hello everyone and welcome to a new Pauper video. If you are a fan of Pauper, let me hear about you. I wanna read those Pauper lover in the chat, in the comments. I posted a 5-0 Pauper video last week with Mono Red, and today I'm back with some more Pauper action. The list that I play today is Blue-Red Skred. We are gonna play this deck soon at the Mengu's workshop. In fact, it'll be a Blue-Red Skred versus Mono Red. And I am actually net decking myself from the article I wrote on Channel Fireball a few weeks ago, where there's also a sideboard guide. So check it out on channelfireball.com, which is free right now. The deck we play is a control deck, but you can turn the corner with the Murktide Regent of Pauper, Tolarian Terror. You have a slight synergy with Fiery Cannonade, Crimson Fleet Commodore, and yeah, so on and so forth. Since my last list, I only added a few Relic of Progenitus because the Dredge deck came out, and it is a very tough matchup if you don't have the at least one Relic. So that's one of the very few changes I made. So far on stream I did very well with this deck, although it doesn't seem to be winning that much on Magic Online. But Magic Online is not real. It can't hurt you. The real Pauper is gonna happen actually soon. Paupergeddon in Licco, where they already sold out at 700 tickets. So that tournament is gonna have yeah, around 700 people. That's something very, very cool. Unfortunately, I won't be there because it clashes with the LMS in Prague, an event sponsored by Ultimate Guard. So I love to attend at Ultimate Guard events as it's my main sponsor. And yeah, so outside of that, I am always fun and happy to bring some Pauper action. Blue-red or blue-black? Okay, round number 1 is underway. My hand is medium. But can't complain, I hand with 2 lands, 5 spells. Feely, hello. Thank you for the 5th month. Little cornflakes. Opponent is probably playing the hot deck of the moment, which is the blue-white. Just the blue-white deck. Blue-white glitter. Alright, so I can either get Skred, or I can get a cantrip to hit more land drops, and that's what I'm gonna do. So they play 8 burn spells, so I just want to make sure I have lands. My hand is a little bit clunky at the moment with these expensive cards. Opponent goes 2 mana, draw 2. Ornithopter, giving them that extra land to probably play a Throbbing Inspector here. No Throbbing Inspector. Okay. I think I'm gonna go Brainstorm. I was ready to shuffle away something. Finding that basic mountain is quite bad. I'll just pass with Spell Pierce up. Could have gone Ponder Shuffle. Maybe that was better, actually. Yeah, maybe got some regrets there. Wish I found a Lórien Revealed. You go Thraben. Mirror Enforcer, that's large. Okay. Let's go Ponder. Looking for a land here. Easy shuffle. Okay. It's another island. But this game is not going too well for me. And is really clunky. Why didn't I use Ponder in my upkeep? I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. Ponder is a sorcery. That would be a little bit too good as an instant. I don't know much. Better, maybe better than Brainstorm? Probably still no. Yeah, that's true. In paper, you could have done that. Although I would say it's quite unlikely to do that in paper. You would need two people to not know that Ponder is an instant. I think it's just unlikely that that happens. Oh, I'm happy to jump a block here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's okay. I'll take 9. You only need your opponent to not know the Ponder is an instant. Nah, I wouldn't say so. Anyway, how are things doing here? I'd say quite poorly. Let's go Preordain. Let's bottom both. For some more lands. Okay. And then I can go 3 mana Terror. Even have spell pierce for Metallic Rebuke. No Metallic Rebuke. I printed an instant. In some language, it was like that. Ornithopter. And all that glitters. Alright, we lose. Fortunately, we didn't have a 1-mana spell. I was definitely super clunky this game. Post sideboard, you are much less clunky. So yeah, let's get into that. Classic Affinity being always very, very good game 1. Let's see my cyber plan. What does it say? Azorius, Jeskai Glitters. I bring in 2 Gorilla Shaman for casting to fire. And I take out the 4 clunky card that I drew earlier and a couple of counter spells. Yep, this makes a ton of sense. Let's go. Circular logic in a secret layer is a sorcery. Yeah, that's true. That's what it is. Yeah, crazy. They just print so many cards nowadays. They can't double check. It's impossible. This hand has a lot of cyber cards. It has a land and a ponder and a dream. That's also what it has. Go for a ponder. Let's see, 3 lands on top and easily win this game. I even accept 2 lands on top and easily win this game. Okay, accept these. Plains Gingerbrot. I'll go Island Go so that I draw my full 3 cards before playing a new Ponder. If you cast Ponder now, you already know that one card is... You already know one card, so you just want to dig deeper and see 3 new cards next turn. Draw Bolt, and let's play Ponder. Looking for a land. I find a snow-covered mountain and then Volatile Fjord. That's the dream. I couldn't have imagined for some better cards here. So I'm gonna go Mountain, and then I'll exile your artifact land, the indestructible one. The next turn we can go Mox Monkey and take down the Ancient Den, and maybe another one if they play it. Like that one, yep. That's some classic Affinity post sideboard action. Although, my opponent deck is a fast deck. So things will definitely change game 3 when we are on the draw. We may not have enough time to blow up their lands. So, you know, very strong deck, but huge liability in having your mana base weak. Having your lands just go out like this is not great. This game is obviously over. There's no way they can recoup. Our hand is very good too, so it's not that we can flood out after this. Sometimes it happens that you blow up their lands and then you flood out, so you have to balance that. And especially on the draw, you just can't do that. Sometimes on the draw, you just have to answer creatures first. But again, we will see. I mean, now opponent is just spending some time. Probably should have bolted, but whatever. I don't mind. Go to game number 3. Yeah, once again, I submit the same sideboard plan. You don't have the clunky 4 drops. Maybe we're supposed to trim some of them. Playing 4 in the main deck these days is too much. MD Maniac, thank you for the Prem sub. Welcome to the stream. Alright, we got lands and spells. We keep. They also kept. Okay, let's go island. You certainly can't destroy that. Danilo. Thank you, Danilo. Welcome, welcome for the 3rd month. Alright. I'll do like this. Making sure that my Augur of Bolas hits something on turn 2. Because it's not a card that hits all the time. You gotta work for it. Playing a turn 1 Ponder or a turn 1 Brainstorm to set up for the Augur of Bolas is a common play pattern. Okay, opponent goes for the turn 2 Moon Circuit Acker. Certainly a powerful card, but it will get blocked by Augur of Bolas. And that's the reason to play Augur of Bolas over Falashi, because Augur of Bolas does card advantage, and it's a much better body than Falashi Archaeologist. So you do play Falashi in the mirror, where you have 8 creatures that you want to cast with your graveyard. Here you just have the Tolarian Terror, so, you know, you don't have to. Yeah, perfect. We got the Ponder. It's a shame that we have to bottom this Gorilla Shaman, but yeah, it's what it is. What it is. I have to go all that glitters on an Ornithopter on the Gingerbrute that put me on the spot. I need to top that cost into fire or it's over. Let's see if they do that. Thankfully they don't do that. Very glad they don't do that. Let's play Augur of Bolas once again. Now this can brick, and that's okay. If it does, it does. It doesn't. Land, go. Left turn Saiba Cryptomancer, making the Mirror Enforcer bigger? Huh. They could have like attacked with Moonseeker Attacker. I would have blocked and they could have backed it up for 1. I wonder why they're doing this sequence. Strange. Very strange. I would have definitely attacked a 100% block there. Whereas now I can double block. Ooh, Thoughtcast. That's a very good draw, opponent. Hope you don't draw more. Okay. Yeah, that's an easy double block for me. Two cards. They're probably either lands or counter spells. They're definitely not proactive spells. Okay. I think here what I'm gonna do is pass. And then I can go Skred on Mirror Enforcer Counterspell. And I hold up Counterspell and Skred for all that glitters. Or when that deck doesn't draw all that glitters, it's not very powerful. It's fine, but not very powerful. Alright, I'll have to do this in attack step before block. Because this way they can't play a ninja. Because ninja says if it didn't get blocked. But we're in attack step, so block step didn't happen yet. I'm gonna go Saba Cryptomancer, I go Counterspell. Again, we did play around that. If they have two, it's okay. Nah, they just have a land in end for sure. They just have a land in end for sure. I definitely want to go Fiery Cannonade. I'll cycle an island, play Fiery Cannonade. I'll play it on main phase. Again, they can't have an interaction here. If they had an interaction, they would have played it earlier, so just casting it all now. Pronto? See? Attack and pass. Mirror Forcer. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I can go to Lórien Terror. Go Preordain. Should have ordered differently. That's okay. Bottom both. Draw Mountain. I'll probably play Augur. Lórien Reveals. I'm gonna cast that one. Not gonna cycle this one now. Pass. I don't even need to play Skred. Keep removes without 4 old Glitters top deck. So they didn't get very lucky this game, but you know, it's part of the Ivarion's blue-white glitters deck. Yeah, no need to play removal spell. That for 5. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'll do some card quality now with Brainstorm to Ponder. One is a 9. I think I'll fire off some lightning bolts to the face now in upkeep. You shouldn't do this, but I just wanted to finish the game. You're supposed to just wait, but, you know, it seemed like they didn't have much, so. Alright. Hello, anyone? Playing some Pauper today. This is round number 2, and our hand is very good against creature decks. This is definitely a hand that can be blue-white glitters even game 1. The previous one was not very good, but you know, that's the thing of playing against the unknown decks. Your starting hand with these reactive decks can be worse. Whereas if you play a proactive deck like blue-white glitters or mono red, you just keep based on your own archetype. So that's the advantage of playing a proactive deck. You're much better in the unknown metagame, whereas reactive decks are better in a open deck list environment. Okay, Swamp Go. That probably means a reactive deck, like control deck. Yeah, supposed to be. This is supposed to be black white. And this hand is not good against, sorry, black-green, I mean. That is not good against that. Alright, this was exactly the card I was looking for, but still, the fact that I have, yeah. Unfortunately, you know, I drew, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. You're considering this deck for your upcoming Team Trios. It looks super solid. It looks good, although what scares me is that there's like 0 results on Magic Online. And I wonder why. I wonder why. Just earlier I checked, and there's like nobody. Only one player plays this deck. It's called Spock Vida Loca. It just does 5-0s in leagues, not, you know. So I'm surprised because I haven't been losing very much with this deck, but all right. Opponent is back with a top land go. Fortunately, draw another bad one here. City Wayfinder, huh? It isn't. It isn't the. It's Dredge. What did you mill? Geothermal bog. Okay. It's Dredge. I really wish I had an untapped land here. Yeah, I streamed with Dredge last week. The video got a lot of views. The Dredge video got many more views than the 5 trophy video. Showing that Pauper players don't care about final results. They just want to see fun decks. Alright, I'm gonna bold this again, just because I want to land a Crimson Fleet Commodore on empty board. Go 5-2 trample. Draw. This matchup, unfortunately, life total doesn't matter too much. Because they have the card... they have the card... what's it called? Gnaw to the Bone. Which makes it almost impossible for me to win via damage. I would say that game 1 is just impossible. It's VEEDEO. Alright, let's go. Cannonade. And attack. Cannonade is a one-dimensional Wrath of God effects. Yep. I have 3 cards in hand. Let me go Skred here. Back for 5 trample, so I don't have to worry about that 1/1. Jumping. I think I want to go Brainstorm. Real of a kind, huh? I guess I can shuffle away 1. Play Augur of Bolas. Get Lórien Revealed. Get Basic Island. And play Terror. Go. See if they mill any Gnaut the Bone with the Dredge 5. They did 2 of them, huh? 2 Gnaut to the Bone and were milled. So opponent is going to be able to gain, I don't want to say infinite life, but very close to infinite. Let's say they can go up to 60. I think Augur of Bolas is very good. You need to, like, whenever you cast it without knowing the top, you have to expect it to fail. When it went up to 44 life. So play Crimson. Anti-mill? There isn't any anti-mill. You just win with Lootlet Giant and Dread Return. Very easy. I'd say that this matchup game 1 is unwinnable. Like, they could get very unlucky and never find a Gnaut to the Bone and die, but this is very, very unlucky. Flashback Acorn Vest. You can check out my Dredge video. I played it 2 weeks ago on my YouTube channel. What I've learned is that you don't have to counter the Gnaut to the Bones, but I feel like it's just kind of impossible. But I can steal the Monarchy for a turn. They have another Dread Return. And also, right now, to Skred, so the opponent just has the 6/5 now. That puts me to 3 life. And post-Cyber, I added 2 Relic of Progenitus exactly for this matchup. One of the few decks I lost to with this. I'll go Preordain first. Find a Bolt. I don't want it. There it is. That's the Skred. Opponent has 2 more Dread Return. Let me go. I want to go Augur of Bolas for a Counterspell. Yeah, let's do that. Brick. I can still top deck it with the Monarchy. Back for 16, you go to 9. You have another Now to the Bone here, and you Dredge 5. We'll see what happens. If I draw a Counterspell, though, yeah. Quite a bad top decks. I wish I played Lórien Revealed there. Didn't matter too much, though. Okay. If I had Counterspell for Dread Return, I'm probably gonna die this turn. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, there it is. They have a corner vest. I think I did. I think that I did the best I could. I just only found one Counterspell in 26 cards. Actually, more in 29 cards. So now I'm dead to Dread Return. Yep, I mean we're dead. Even if I had a Counterspell there, opponent would have gained like a ton of more life. So would have definitely gained more time. All right, GG. Next card. Counterspell's right there. Okay, let's see the Sabre against the Dredge. Oh no, I didn't put the Sabre against Dredge. I just put the. Alright. Bringing relics. Everything else seems actually bad, so probably it's very easy to summon one against Dredge. Let's bring in two of that for two Murmuring Mystics. Yeah, I mean. Not happy with bolts, but I think they're better than Murmuring Mystics. Actually, Cannonades suck here, probably. And it doesn't. It doesn't. You've seen how impactful it was this game. Yep. You don't cast into fire. Why? Yes, I know, and I wrote an article for CFB about this list. Let's go. Lens and spells. Clear our best. Clear? You mean trade one for half? Not a fan. Hello, Jojo. You're gonna use to check CFB anymore? Yeah, that's definitely sad because I've been writing for there every day, every week since June, but you know, I understand. I understand. Not everyone has the time. Anyway, Lórien goes last. I don't understand your question, Kia. Can you explain it a little bit better? Okay. Do I think I'm gonna get double blue first. Counterspell is amazing in this matchup, yes. But first, priority is getting double blue. Yeah, I had the double blue there. hmm. Okay, I'll just go island attack pass. The Dredge just stink with him. Well, both can go face. Also, both can kill Stink with Imp. I don't know if you saw game one, but I have bolted a lot of Stink with Imps. Dredge 5, Milling Dread Return. Scrub work. They cast the Imp. Oh, got an island. Brainstorm. Find another Augur. In India, you have a vegetable that's called okra. Never heard before. Italian is a name of the color. I didn't know it was another thing. I guess that color comes from that vegetable. Interesting. My opponent, F6, please, let me play Magic. Dai, forza. Uh, okay, Brainstorm locked, as they like to say. Let's put these two back. Island. Go. Why not Tormod's Crypt over Relic? Relic is a card parity. Tormod's Crypt is card disadvantage. The more card disadvantage cards you play, the more likely it is that you lose the game. I'm gonna attacks with the imp. Now, next turn, I definitely want to cast one terror, keep up counterspell. I think I am going to kill it with a bolt. So 4, next turn I can cast one terror and have counterspell up. Although this plan is not really sustainable because eventually my opponent plays multiple spells a turn thanks to their graveyard strategy. So until if I don't find Relic soon, I'm gonna lose the game again. Counterspell really is not sustainable. This game plan isn't good. I think I'm happy to enter this. This thing does something else. Maybe I'm not supposed to. It's just felt like doing so. Actually, costs 1 mana less. Costs 5 now. Should have attacked. I missed the point of damage. Mistake. Anyway, they dredge 5. They got a stink with imp in play. You have to Skred. To attack. Replay it. I have to Skred. Yeah, if I don't draw a relic next turn or the one after, it's gonna be over. Stink with him having death is such a big deal. Are Terror better than Mystic in this matchup? That's a good question. Maybe they aren't. Is the Indian Pro Tour? That was something I always wondered, Kiran. I don't know if you're India, if you're from India, but when there was the World Magic Cup, there were 72 nations, and there wasn't India, which is the person with the most people in the world. Sorry, the country with the most people in the world. I always wondered if there was a Magic Indian community, if just Allora. I'm gonna play this no to the bone. I think I have to counter and just hope to top deck now. Yeah, because I know that like you're flashbacking this, you don't die, but like I need to top deck Relic now. Yeah, I just need to top deck Relic now. Relic. Don't draw Relic, it's over. This is very much over. Not a chance I can survive next turn. As in, my opponent's gonna gain so much value that is just kind of hard. Yeah, you grew up in US. Yeah. No, but like the thing is that I wouldn't say it's poor because during the War Magic Cup there was a lot of other countries that, neighbors of India. Like you had. I guess you didn't have too many countries at the World Magic Cup that are neighbors to India. You only had Thailand. You definitely had the Philippines, Malaysia. That's quite far. I can counterspell this. You're on 37 there. Yeah, I think that's what I heard. In India, they play a lot more games with the like the shoot. Okay, we drew a relic. Let's hope not to die now. Magic is unheard of when you go back to India. Yeah, yeah, that's something that I always wondered when I went to the War Magic Cup. It's like I believe at the War Magic Cup, there's like every single country in the Americas, South or Central America, every country there. Obviously, every country in Europe. Not that on board here. Because the Lothla Giant only deals me 15. I didn't check if I should have attacked with this. I shouldn't have, by the way. Without, if you had 0 relics in your 75, 0 chance you can compete in this matchup. But thankfully we do, and I drew it, so I definitely can win this game now. Scrapwork Mutt. Okay, they played them all. So I'm not afraid of that one. Do I want to just crack? Yeah, let's just crack this for starters. For 11. That's 12 damage I have, and that's lethal. Plus I have Lightning Bolt. And I have Removal Spell if you want block. Yeah, that's one of the problems that I found with the Dredge deck when I played it. One single piece of 8, and you lose. Even if it came on turn 9, it's good enough. Yeah, GG. Alright, good game 3. Let's hope to draw Relic in our opening end. Although now my opponent is going to bring in Ancient Grudge. The question I've been asked is if Murmuring Mystic is good enough to put in the deck. I find it to be super weak. Maybe if my opponent slow things down by siding in Ancient Grudges, you do want it. Maybe I just have one over a bolt. I don't know. I don't think I'll need a 4th bolt, but I may need the first. Oh no, I never cut Terror. This is a combo matchup. You want Murktide Regent. I don't mind cutting Terror if I expect my opponent to side out. Okay, so this hand is functional. It doesn't have a relic, but I don't think I can mulligan every hand that doesn't have a relic, so I'm just gonna keep a functional hand. Right. I'll go land go now. I'm gonna go brainstorm to set up for Augur of Bolas. It's very important to make sure that you can always hit with Augur of Bolas. That Exhume, I was right with my spell pierce. No to the bone in the graveyard. Relic. Nice. Very lucky. Very lucky, Mengu. Yeah. What do I want to do now? I'll play my Relic and start exiling cards. Nah, I think Relic is going to be a one-shot, because I have to play around Ancient Grudge. No, I just cast my Terror. I think I should have... Maybe I didn't spell Pierce. Sorry, I meant to say cast my Augur. Maybe I should have hid the spell. I don't know. Maybe I should have held up mana for spell Pierce. Because they can go Exhume now. They don't. We could have just shuffled some Terror and cycled in Upkeep instead of playing Augur. Maybe that was better. Yeah, maybe that was better. I think what I did was not good. I wish I got a Ponder out of the top 3 instead of a Lórien Revealed, which I was forced to get. I definitely made a mistake with that. I thought for some reason I was resolving like a Delver of Secrets where I needed to just put the card that shows the least infos, but no, that was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. It sucks to make mistakes. Anyway, top and go. Yeah, I don't want to expose the relic to a Ancient Grudge. If they go tap for Droid Return, we have the spell appears. Okay, they unearth the Scrapwork Mutt. Discard draw. What do they discard? A Coroner Vest. Oh, and actually they dredged. Okay. Okay, well. It's a lot of City Wayfinders. Oh, Lord. They have a Stinkwood Imp in hand. Their graveyard is loaded. Their graveyard is loaded. Maybe an Enforce and Toog now to the bone. I think I'm just gonna crack the relic. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm just gonna crack the relic here. Put mana for spell pierce. I think I'll do mountain, yeah. Make my terror worse. Make my terror worse, but I think their graveyard is very good at the moment. I definitely lose this game still. Had a very good starting setup there. Murmuring Mystic. Very clunky. Very clunky card. Okay, the Ghosting couldn't pass. I'm not gonna do anything. I probably just tap out for a Terror now. Although opponent's gonna start. Sorry, for a Murmuring Mystic now. Opponent's gonna start our cast the 6 drops. Ooh, actually cycle, so they either go Exhume or cast another 6 drop. Cycle double 6 drop. How many do they have? Oh, Dread Return? Oh, a Corner Vest. Sure. Okay. These Terror are so clunky. Look at them. It's a 7th land. I can have the Lothla Giant. Okay, they have an Ancient Grudge in the graveyard. The question is, if I go Fiery Cannonade, I can cast at least a Terror. Opponent's gonna Dredge. Then I can play the Lothla Giant from hand. I think it's fine. Lothla Giant deals me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, assuming 3 or 4 here. Maybe a bunch of damage, but I start a clock at least. I don't know what's my plan if I don't do that. Just struggle again. I guess they also can't do much. Alright. Draw 3. No land. It's unfortunate. See if I find it. No. It's definitely a thing I need because I'm going to discard anyway. Might as well at least get a land drop. Okay. Should probably know. Play Island and go to discard a Spell Pierce. It's 3 spells now in the graveyard for Terror. Neat. To play more things that die to my Fairy Cannonade. Dread Return easier. And Loth the Giant, that's lucky. You mill 2 and you mill these 2 cards? That's lucky. Okay, okay. Okay. That's still fine. I'm not dying to that. 6. What's this? Troll Kazandu. Okay. Alright, I guess now they can't play Flashback Dread Return or get Spell Pierced. Troll of Kazandu is large, but dies to my Skred. I mean, I guess I discarded one Spell Pierce. They don't expect me to have a second one. But nonetheless, he should first should play around that for free by flashbacking first. Yeah. Oh wow, they milled the imp. Okay. Now, still don't. I still don't want to play Fiery Cannonade. Yeah. All right, let's just go Lórien Revealed. Draw 3. Talk about flyers. And pass. Actually. Okay. I can go Skred on troll. And pass. When it dredges the imp, they got another Dread Return. Let's start with the Scrapwork Mutt. Yes, indeed. Why is credit my turn? Because I was going to go to discard. They discarded a... Oh no, they dredged. Okay. Yeah, they have 13 cards in their deck. They dredge. Okay. It's a lot of Dread Return opponent found. And I can counter only one. But I'm not dead to Dread Return. I guess they can have another one in end. How many Dread Return are exiled? 1 or 2? Only 1. So if they have one more in end, I lose. So maybe I was supposed to play Fiery Cannonade? Maybe. Fiery Cannon also kills my bird. Okay, the Dread Return on Loathly Giant. Am I supposed to counter this? This will be 13 damage. So if I let this resolve, the next one will be 14. I think I countered this. Yeah, if they have one more in end, I lose the game, but I can't beat this anyway, so. Yeah, if they have Dread Return in end amongst the 2 cards, I'm dead on board. But can't do much about that. When it has a Dread Return here. They also have Gnaw to the Bone. But that's fine. You can gain 28 life. Don't care about that. Okay, they go Loathly Giant with another one. I got a 5. Let's hope they don't have one more in end. Just flashback Gnaw to the Bone, please. Ooh, Stink with Imp. Okay. Alright, we're alive. We are alive. Not very much alive, but we're alive. Draw. Counterspell, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's very good. Mm-hmm. Now. Okay, I'm gonna lead on Brainstorm, because I might find a relic. Yeah, let's lead on Brainstorm. This can't hurt. See, see. I'll put. I want to shuffle away cards here. This card is just bad. Let's shuffle away Bolt and probably Commodore. Basic Island. So what's in my deck? 1 Relic, 2 Preordain, 3 Ponder, 2 Counterspell. Okay. Now, I want to go Augur, because I may find Ponder into Relic. Another Counterspell helps, for sure. But at least 1 Terror. And I attack. I want to keep up 2 Counterspell. I attack with all my birds. Pass. Wouldn't draw steps. They have 8 cards in their deck. They dredge 5. They mill the Dread Return. I'm much happier they milled it than they played it. Now they play Stink with Imp. Perfect. They top 3. They flashback now to the bone. I think I shouldn't counter that. I think life total doesn't matter in this game, does it? There's a world where this is a bait, and they actually... They have 3 cards in hand? No, my opponent has 1 card in hand, 3 in the deck. There's a word where their last card is like duress, and I die if I counter this. So I'm just gonna win on decking here. So I'll let him gain a lot of life. Good, I go to 42. I'll go block, block, block. End of turn, I'll make a massacre, killing everything. All my birds will die of a horrible death. And also the Lothla Giant will die. All my birds will die. Thank you, birds, for your services. It was a pleasure playing with you. When I can never dredge imps anymore because they would run out of cards. Hey, a little Brainstorm. Why not? Find a relic. Okay. I don't mind these either. I'll play 2 terrors. Act for 6. And then eventually we win the game. Okay. Well, it's 3 cards in the deck, so they'll both die on combat and on decking. Whichever comes first. 6 mana. Troll of Kazan. Doom. Resolves. Winning with counterspells in hand is always a nice feeling. You know you played it well when you won the game with 2 counterspells in hand. Because you played it safe. And you won. Should have... No, it's okay. Yeah, they'll actually die on damage. And not on decking. I have 18 damage in play. A corner vest cast with flashback. Yeah, I don't care about this. I'll counter this. I don't know if there's some like the next spell I cast is uncounterable type of stuff, but I think there is no harm in countering this. Exhume. Oh no, I actually die maybe. I didn't play around Exhume earlier. I could have died to Exhume. I could still die to Exhume. Yeah, I shouldn't have countered your corner vest. I would have died to a corner vest either way. Because they had Red Return in the graveyard. So if their hand was to Exhume, I would have died, no matter what. Alright, GG. Okay, we're 2-0. Long games. I'll take a bathroom break and come back for round number 3. Okay, this is round number 3. My hand suck, but that has never stopped me from keeping a hand at the game Magic the Gathering, and I will definitely not start after 20 years of playing. So this is a keep for me. Why do you play the red monarch and not the blue one? I think 5-3, 5-2 trample is quite a good size. Also the fact that you have a sweeper that dodges it, that's huge. I guess you could play Breath Weapon and Admiral thing, but the Admiral is just a 3-3. I don't know. Those people bring in Red Elemental Blast against you. They don't usually bring Blue Elemental Blast. What's happening here? We're playing a format called Pauper, where only commons are legal. You may say, but Mengu, you have 2 uncommons in your hand. Well, you may count the downshift. So these cards, Ozyr's Chancery, Murmuring Mystic, and etc., they got printed as a common at some point. Maybe they shouldn't have, but they got. So here we are. Okay. Yeah, this is very good. Exactly what I wanted. A Skred combo with something. Yeah, Skred combos with your land. Very good. Let's go Brainstonks. Let's shuffle away. What do I want to shuffle away? Maybe nothing. I just play. Nah, I have to shuffle something away. Let's shuffle away the 2 creatures. In this matchup, creatures suck. Island. We're in for a long game. Well, this is Pauper. Actually, Familia's players are very fast on Magical Line. Because you don't play that deck if you're slow. So Familia's players are usually very fast. I decided to play Augur just to have a creature to attack with. Maybe it was a mistake with this hand. Should have just set up the top to not brick. So definitely a mistake here. And my opponent previously went to time, and the one before also, wasn't the fastest. Okay, with Augur. I want to Skred the Godfather's Faithful and play Ponder. Okay. Pass. That's the first Augur whiff of today. I would say we also haven't played very many Augur naked, like without knowing the top. And this is the first time. Not the first time I did, but one of the first times I did, and it bricked. So again, you should make sure to set up your augur, especially with this hand. So clearly a mistake. Every time I go to the Pauper tournament in my local area, I see people complain they break with augur. I'm sure 100% they played it wrong, and that's fine. I mean, it's difficult format Pauper, but yeah. I think it should be the other way around. You should always feel like you get lucky when you hit. Could have played pawn there. I just wanted to keep up all the mana. King of Minds, play around spell pierce very, very, very carefully. Ponder. It's bad to shuffle this because two brainstorm, but I think I have to. Okay, they have 7 cards here. Yeah, let's try to move. Let's go bold. Let's see what happens. Let's do this again. Hope they don't have another one. Eagle Mines? If I go Spell Pierce, nah, I think I'd have to let this resolve. Because I have to counter the Archaeomancer that wants to return that Ephemerate. Obviously, yesterday at Four Seasons, there were a lot of people from the UK. A lot of them. Have you ever considered coming? There were 450 people for the Modern main event, 330 for the Legacy main event. On Friday, we were 40 something teams. There was also the oldest side events you have in the world. This time there was even a. Okay, they play Mold Drifter. I think I'll counter. You don't play Legacy or Pauper. Well, for season there's no Pauper. Legacy, yeah, I mean on Sunday you can do a lot of other events. That yesterday for the first time there was yesterday there was a Pioneer side event. I don't know how many people they had, but it was here. I'm just going to concede. Now let's keep on playing. That's a cool thing of Four Seasons. I think you don't have to play the main events necessarily. Okay, they return Meeting of Minds and they play it. So they have Ephemerate in end that I know. So Brainstorm. They have Ephemerate lined up, but I can't kill that thing. I'm just gonna concede. No reason to waste time. Game 1 against combo is always hard. But post Cyber things change. Let's see my Cyber plan. On Channel Fireball. As always familiars, I say to take out bolts and cannonades and bring in relics and pyroblasts. Actually, it's a mistake because I say to bring in 4 pyroblasts, but I only have 3. So I wrote it wrong. So I don't think Bolt is that bad. I don't even think Murmuring Mystic is that good, but yeah, let's try with this for now. Let's start. Top land, go. Put them all to 6. I want to play Island and pass. End of turn, I'm gonna go Brainstorm Cycle. I'm gonna shuffle away a bunch of these top lands that I have. Okay, that's very good. Shuffle away these 2. And I'll cycle an Island. Yeah, top land. Yeah, let me cycle a top land actually. Now relics stop a lot of what my opponent tries to achieve. Lórien Revealed is much better than Ash Barrens because it makes your Tolarian Terror better. And yeah, again, more reasons why Relic is better than Tormod's Crypt. You can just have it doing the work without having to sacrifice it. Your Tormod's Crypt would be extremely bad. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to keep that bolt. For Sunscape Familiar. I'm going Commodore here. I know that could Arcast Moldrifter, but that's fine. I'll live with that. I have to get this going. Nah. Seagate Oracle. Can get back the Monarchy. Zero mana draw 2. Snap the Seagate Oracle. Snap Seagate Oracle is like Dark Ritual, basically. Sorry, I meant to say snap with Chancery and Sunscape Familiar's Dark Ritual. Archaeomancer. They were able to play Archaeomancer with the Relic in play. That's funny. And they snap again. Seagate Oracle. So they still have Seagate Oracle in hand here. Pretty crazy. This is at turn 4. The deck is so powerful. I got back Meeting of Minds. Thankfully I can cast it. Alright, what to do now? I guess I could kill your creatures. Okay, let's do this. Because I can get kill, and then play Terror. But Brainstorm is free in that process, so let's do that. Whoa. Well, maybe then I shouldn't play Terror. Should just kill, and keep up Pyroblast. Pyroblast or Counterspell? What do we want to keep up? Because I know their hand is Seagate and Meeting of Minds. I guess I can do everything. Yeah, I can do everything here. I can do Mountain. That's pretty cool. Kill. Terror. And keep up Pyroblast. Yeah, that's very good. And also keep up Relic, I guess. Rebound on the Sunscape Familiar. You play this, I'll Pyroblast. I don't want you to have things that you can ephemerate. We play Tron and Pauper. Not really, no. I don't love these very, very slow, can't win the game type of decks. People are very resilient to concede, and you end up getting draws. Alright, I'll play a dude here. A 5-2. Give up a counterspell. If you counterspell, that's good. Exclude. Counter draw. Very powerful. It's turn 5 and Familiar has generated 1,000 mana. Yeah, I know. Very strong deck. But that's fine. Post sideboard. All these decks really struggle against Relic. That's why I always play 2 or 3 Relics in all my sideboards. Countering like this. Like, maybe this is 2. Okay. Okay. You have 5 cards. Okay, Skred. I don't want to use Skred. I just play Crimson Fleet, Tapland go. Sorry, Tapland. Have I played Familiars? I think I played it like once in a tournament that I got land the deck and actually went 4-0. Then I played it in one more tournament. I didn't do well and I dropped it. Of course, I bought the deck first. That's the most fun part of playing Magic. It's buying the deck first. Okay, so Muldrifter comes into play. Artcast. Do you have any video playing it? No, you can check it. It's free. Check it on YouTube. Just write Familiars Mengucci. I may not, or I may. I don't know. I definitely watched a ton of Eisen content about Familiars to learn it first. It's like I watched a ton of Canister to learn Amulet. Okay. Do I want to crack this relic? I will. Bye-bye, Graveyard. Hope not to draw Tolarian Terror. Okay, do I want to play Skred on the Muldrifter? I will. I want to be mana efficient. Did you read my guide on Discord too? I tried to. I couldn't read it. I'm subscribed to his channel, and I couldn't read the article. I don't know how Discord works. I'm too stupid to learn, and I didn't want to ask anyone, so I just didn't read it. Okay, happy with a Skred. Let's see if I find another spell here. I didn't want to get a spell pierce. Alright, I'm happy with another Skred. Same pile as before, by the way. Let's go land, attack for 10. Alright, I concede. Let's go game 3. Can you please comment on the music? I think the last streams I've watched, I didn't see, it didn't have any music. I'll submit the same deck. I think it was a decent cyber plan. Obviously, drawing Relic in your opening hand is very strong, but again, it's okay. I think because I don't watch his stream, I watch his YouTube, and on YouTube you can't have the music. So that's why. YouTube's saving us from Canister's music. Okay, so quickly doing that. So I'm on Canister's Discord, and I opened this page, sub-channel access, and I did this thing where he said to connect Twitch with Discord. And then... And then... And then I didn't know where to go. And then I got lost. Again, I didn't want to ask, and I could have probably asked, and people would have helped me. But I don't know. I'm off just always asking for help. I should be able to find it myself. If I don't find it, it meant that I was too stupid to find it. So anyway, uh, all right. I mean, this is fine. It's not the best, but this is fine. I'll draw these. And I'll play Brainstorm end of turn just to cycle. What food you cook the best? I don't really cook. I eat. That's the big lie of the Mengucci cuisine. Is that it's okay to ask for help. I don't know, maybe, but it's not that important either way. Okay, so I want one card out of these. I think it's gonna be, yeah, so let's do this. Let's put that one on top. So that if I don't find anything, I'll get a Brainstorm, but if not, it's okay. I guess it's okay to get Brainstorm here. Yeah, I might do it with Brainstorm. Go. I eat what Mama cook. Exactly. I'll counter. This is a Secret Oracle. Goes straight to the graveyard. Need to find some lands now. I'd love to get to draw bounce land. Obviously, I don't play bounce land. All right, perfect. Tap land. Do I want to do something here? Not really. Just attack and pass. Counter the next spell. I told you to make lasagna. Man, lasagna is difficult to make. So many layers. Let's go Brainstorm again, end of turn, with Augur of Bolas on the backup. Ooh, there it is. There it is. My friend. Relic of Progenitus. Progenitus. Shuffle these two away. I'll cycle Ash Barrens. Yeah, you have to use bechamel, not mozzarella. Yeah. Progenitus. I think cooking is great if you enjoy doing it. But I enjoy eating more than cooking, so. Oh, it's just not resolved. Sure. Probably flooding. Meeting of Minds? Sure. I'm not gonna counter Meeting of Minds. We'll counter that one. Can open the door for some bad turns, I think. Archeomanzo. Okay, the problem with cracking Relic in response is that my Tolarian Terror will be off. So I think I have to counter this, cast Terror, and then I can't sacrifice the Relic. Play Augur. The thing is that you must play Relics. If you don't play, like, all of these matches that have happened were like auto loss main deck, and then post sideboard, you draw the Relic, and your deck is great. You know? So yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of tension here, but you just must play Relic. Like, a Relic is just keeping this format in check. It's like Dust to Dust and, you know, Gorilla Shaman. The format is very unbalanced game one, but it balances post sideboard, I think. So they play that. I want to play nothing. I don't play anything. Yeah, you draw two here. I'm just untapping. Maybe it was a mistake to get Lórien over Ponder. I actually regret that a bit. Wow, you chump. Oh no, you didn't chump block. Sorry. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cycle this Lórien now. Top land and pass. One has 7 cards. We need to be very much ready. Oh wow, this is not my Augur of Bolas. That's surprising. End of turn, snap the Augur of Bolas. What
Welcome
do you have
everyone
to do? Or maybe Meeting of
Legacy
Minds.
VEEDEO.
Shababa, thank you for the 92 people raid. That's a lot. Welcome, you guys. Playing Pauper, this is the last match. It's been a long run, as always. But it's Pauper after all. Okay, opponent plays more Muldrifter, so they're definitely going on the value train. 9 cards in hand at the moment. Let's see if they can, oof. It's very good. They can play Meeting of Minds once again. Yeah, you're ordering the last missing piece for this deck. I mean, the good thing of buying Pauper cards is that you're not losing very much money, even if you end up playing this deck only once. Alright, let's kick things off by cycling this Relic. I feel like I'm losing, so I need some gas here. Skred on the Sunscape Familiar. Yes, Meeting of Minds, but then you go to discard if you do. I think I'm okay with this. What's this? Huh. Snapple. Right. Draw. Need to find something good with this Augur. Probably. Okay, I'll get a Skred. I don't know if I should tap out here, but I think I will. I don't feel like bluffing anything. I just play Murmuring Mystic and die. I don't want to play Crimson Fleet Commodore because they can just attack and gain the need. Maybe I should have. It's free. It's free to kill me now. Yeah, Archaeomanzo. Yeah, it was supposed to crack the relic. I don't know. He's wanting to draw something. Man, this feels so bad. Yeah. Yeah, I think I punted. Shouldn't have cracked the relic. Should have cracked the relic. Why did I do that? I know that relic in plays. Yeah, but yep. Game is not over, but I mean they could get very unlucky. It's unlikely that they get very unlucky, but it could happen. Like, opponent passed the turn, so I guess they did get very unlucky. Whoa, and I drew Counterspell. Attenzione. Attenzione. Let's play Murmuring Mystic again. What do I want to do here? I have 6 cards in hands. I know none of them. Top 4 lands? What's this? I do want to move a little bit. Ghostly Flicker. If only I had Relic. Okay. What is at 5? If I attack like this. Yep, I don't think they can do very good blocks. Yep, I'm trading Augur for Seagate, and I think it makes sense. If I just attack with Tolarian Terror, they could have triple blocked. Okay, now my shields are down. Let's hope they don't go off, but it may very well easily do. Lórien's Revealed. Okay, that's not going off. You just drew 3 cards. Those 3 cards could be bad. That means they didn't have it. Oh, they pass? Oh, they attack. Okay. Probably just blink it. Oh, it's nap it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Or? Oh no. Okay, Preordain. We're testing a lot against Familiar in the past. Definitely know how the deck works. It's very slow. Very, very slow. Okay, they don't have Ephemerate in it, or they would have paid 2 instead of 4. They would have evoked it instead of casting it. They pass. You're a Spell Pierce. Not the best. Okay, now how do I attack? I think attack would all make sense. I'll double block the Augur, they have to chump the Tolarian Terror, so I'll be trading Augur for Sunscape. Let's play Crimson. I know that they can steal the Monarchy, but I may top that Counterspell here, or Pyroblast, thanks to the Monarchy. Spell Pierce. Token. Now I don't even lose the Monarchy because I can just chump. See? Let's top that Counterspell, please. Or Pyroblast, or Bolt, or Skred. 4 to 18. Life total doesn't matter though. Opponent has 8 mana plus Sunscape Familiar, so they have virtually 20 mana this turn. Let's see what they do with it. Basically infinite mana. Let's see if they have a... I mean, if they have a Q monster, it's over. They have 4 mana, so that's not our Q monster mana. This is Lórien's Revealed. Replay. For the 18th month, that's a very long time. I appreciate it. Yeah, on Thursday, I'll go to Berlin to shoot my card market videos that I always record every once in a while. I'm gonna actually record the Pauper series, the Pauper deck, the Pauper series of the best deck of all time, and also some more videos that we plan to record, such as Pauper pre-modern, and also modern brew video. That's in the plans. Oh no, they found our Q monster. Left 6 and let him have fun. Probably did. You know, I like the German people. Very, very nice. Yeah, Germany is nice for sure. I mean, I've never moved to a place where the weather is bad, but because I was born in a place where weather was good, I guess. Not everyone is the same. This was a sweet game. The opponent played very tight. Yeah, I swear, when you play on Magical Line against these deck, they always play super fast and super well. Because otherwise, you always lose with that deck on time because it's the power level is actually not that high, so you have to play very well and etc. Okay, so I think my opponent simply has an Ephemerate in hand and is passing the turn. That's very good draw. Let's begin by casting a Lórien Revealed. So they have Ephemerate in hand, but they don't have Ghostly Flicker. They just have Ephemerate. They don't know I top decked Pyroblast. They didn't have it last turn. Well, okay, this is lethal, so they have to do something. What do they do? They Ephemerate there. Yep. Let's try. Destroy permanent. F6. Let's see if they have a protection. They have prohibit. Okay, so they are able to counter my spell. They still need to find an answer though, because Crimson Fleet Commodore is still lethal. So they need to find an answer. Archaeomancer gets Snap. That's an answer. So you take one, I gain the monarchy. Actually, that's 5 here. See what I draw. Oh, Counterspell, so close. I can't cast it though. They have a double rebound. But I'm not gonna concede. I'll let my opponent do the things. I may like top deck enough things. Plus, I still have lightning bolts in my deck, and my opponent is at 3. If they get the 0-4, they go to infinite life. They have the combo. Actually, yeah, the 0-4 gives them the combo. In paper, though, Magical Line, you don't have any combo. Because the timer stops you from having any combo. Any life gain winning combo. There's no such thing as infinite life on Magical Line. There are indeed things such as dying of timer. Okay, to go more Jeremiah, Archaeomancer, sure. Wow, Ephemerate Almul Drifter. They draw Archaeomancer. What do you got back? You got back Ghostly Flicker. So their hand is Ghostly Flicker, Ephemerate, Ephemerate. They passed. Okay. That's with Preordain. They may have cited out the 0-4. Bought them both. 5 mana, that you can just Ephemerate negate. Oh, I'll just pass here. think I'll throw away my. Let's counterspell this. I think I'll throw away my counterspell. I just make them do more plays. I'm also these birds. It may be like all these birds I can attack with. They're gonna be able to snapple my board next turn, I think. Wait a second. If I top that Lightning Bolt, nah, they're not gonna be careless here. Yeah, I think this is the combo. They have the combo here. I can bounce all my non-creature land. Or my non-permanent land. Non-land permanent. Set it at 1 bolt. No? Sorry, 3 bolts I meant to say. I still have 1 bolt. Like if game 1 I didn't concede early, I would have won on time probably, but I guess. Yeah, so this is why you're forced to play super fast at that, because you always lose on time if you don't know what you're doing. When I studied law, there was the thing of the monopolies. There are certain deck in Magic that have a barrier of entry close to a monopoly. Like very few people can play that deck, only because in order to master it, you have to play it for so long. You know, that's what happens with that deck. Like again, this match my opponent would have probably timed out if I didn't concede game 1. So you know, and my opponent's probably super expert with that deck. They're gonna wait. They may be again careless and they top deck bolt or brainstorm into bolt. I'll concede. I believe my opponent will be able to kill me in 4 minutes, and also I want to go to lunch, so it's fine. We lost this game. It was a close match. Again, could have been won on Magic Online maybe, but not after that. Thank you for watching. I'll probably be either posting the next 2 matches on a single video or putting them together. But so far, thank you for watching this video. And again, if you like Pauper, let me know in the comments.